him. He was at a 20%, meaning that he wasn't even at a 50% to where he can physically just continue with the routine. Okay. That was the first time she saw him. And she did ask me, was this a good day? Was this a bad day? And actually, we both talked, and we're like, oh, she's not really going to see it because we thought it was a good day. To us, it was a good day.
Okay, so and that's the observation of Carrie Ann. When she came in, she is the one that...
So, okay. She said, wow, for you guys to say that was a good day, he does need a lot of redirection. He needs a lot of one-to-one. So she said, okay, just going to take my notes, I'll come back. And then she did come back after lunch. When I told her it was more of an issue after lunch, where I see him more agitated, more antsy, and he was then at a 40 or 30%. Again, he didn't move up too much. Again, she just did see the redirection. She said, I like what you guys do, you and your TA. TA works with him. You acknowledge him, but then you step back and you continue with class. She goes, she did observe Miss Flores, which is a sub. She did see that she liked the tone of voice Miss Flores has because she doesn't have that altercation with him. Neither Miss Viado. Like that. With Caden, the situation is that he wants to have an altercation with you. He wants to have that attention. Right. And so that she goes, the minimal confrontation you have with him, the less behavior you're gonna see, less misbehavior. And we did see that. We have been seeing that. This week it has been a little bit difficult. Not too bad. I can't say he's not hitting, he's not swinging. So that's something changing. But we do notice that he'll yell or throw a tantrum to get what he wants. And he's starting to learn that. Because we do say, okay, well, give me, let's work on it, and then we'll work on this, because he likes coloring. He's been working on the computer a lot. His, dream box and all that. Strategies. But the thing is, we both talked about it, we don't want him to take advantage of it either. So that's one big thing. But like I said, still having the outburst, still having the yelling. What if Miss Viado doesn't, because Miss Carrie Ann said, Miss Viado has other things to do. She has to work with other kids. She has paperwork to do too. Like, she works with the grading. If he physically sees her grab something to work on, it's a meltdown. That's it.
We've been testing that once in a while, and he starts yelling. He's like, no, Miss Viado, I need you.
And then he'll literally be like, I can't do this. So she can stop what she's doing and work with him. And it's like physical contact. Like, he has to literally have his leg on her. Or if I'm working with him.
Or touching my arm.
Or even Astorga yesterday. She had to sit with him to finish doing his work.
Have you been communicating with the parent?
We've been talking. We've been sending behavior log backs and forth. 2 days ago, she sent me a message. I haven't responded to her, but I was going to respond to her today because of grades and stuff. I was just working. She says she's working with him as well, that if he gets certain colors throughout the week, that she rewards him, that she's talking to him in the mornings and stuff like that. But we have noticed that when he does go visit Dad, it's hard the next day. Okay. Because we do ask him, oh, what did you do yesterday? Oh, I went to see Dad, or Dad, I saw Dad. And then it's just like, that day's not a good day.
Because when I emailed Mom to let her know that we had been doing observations, and then we would like to get together with her to talk about this, to see if we can help him. Because my concern is that if he's gonna keep on with this behavior through the whole year, if he's not going to make any progress, whether it is academically or anything like that, or socially. So we need to do something about it. Mom hasn't responded to me. I emailed her about 4 weeks ago. So that's why I wanted to talk to you to see where are you at with the parent. If the parent is communicating with you, or do you see that?
The only reason I think she communicated with me, because I did email her again, because we rescheduled our field trip, and I just wanted to communicate with her, say, hey, our rescheduling is October 15th. Again, I don't have any acknowledgement of you or Dad signing up for the field trip. Just a reminder, you do have to do volley here, because she did explain that she had a background check at work. I said, we need one here at school. I said, so please do it. If it's not from school, we can't let you go. Right. That's the only reason she responded to me. But other than that, she has not communicated me other because I did. And then in there, I threw in that, Caden's doing this and he's been okay, but we're still struggling. And that's when she said, well, I've been working with him. And, but other than like her physically having any conversation.
Who picks him up, do you know?
Daycare.
Because I do need to, I don't want to let this go. Because I know what you guys are going through. And I know you guys need the help and the support. Miss Flores, I know she's there. Does he go with her or no?
He does go with her. But yesterday, for example, I had to give Flores the class because it was getting too out of hand where I needed to pull him out. I needed him to be alone. I had another student that also went outside with me, so we worked on that. He calmed down, and then we re-entered the classroom. But I do see that he gets really, really antsy, and then he just gets to the point where I have to, we gotta step up.
And today, this week, I've been noticing that he's been asking me when I, the lunch duties. He tells me, are you going back with me? And I'm like, I don't know. It depends if we have help. Because I explained to him, it's not all the time that we get help.
Right.
Thankfully today. But he asked me, and I'm like, no. But why you take so long? And he gets so antsy when he doesn't know that both of us are there.
Yes, that's my concern. You cannot, you're not supposed to be specifically with him until we can get him the proper help, and then we can RTI him. But we need the authorization. We can do it without the authorization of the parent, because I did ask, I need to go and double check with SPED, with the coordinator. With the RTI, we can go ahead and just have the meeting. If she doesn't respond to me, I'm going to try again. I just wanted to get it from you
where we're at
to
right
see
now.
where you at with him, and also to see if the parent has been communicating, because a lot of times the parents they just going to stop the communication. They don't want to hear bad news. That's the only thing they expected.
Vialdo's
the
been
behavior chart, what I'm doing, because I noticed that he needs to see the pink.
It's
Yesterday we put him on purple because it was not a good day.
Right.
And he noticed, and he started throwing stuff, and he was getting mad. And I'm like, okay, so he needs to see that when he doesn't behave, at least purple. I'm not going to put him on green or lower.
Because that's when we have the complete meltdown. That's when he's hitting.
When
it's below the.
So what
below
I'm doing, I
green.
put the pink, and I explained to him, and he even knows. On Tuesdays and Thursday, I will add a note based on behavior on these 2 days. He knows. He totally understands. Like one day I forgot, and he's like, can you please add the note so my mom can read it? And then on Monday, she sent us a note saying that she has been rewarding him based on the behavior chart and the notes. So she's liking the little notes.
So she'll make small comments like that, but actually physically, I know she wanted counseling, or she was going to look into counseling. Hasn't notified us anything. Really hasn't told us anything about whether he's going with dad, because I had told her, please communicate me when there's a different change in atmosphere or something, or if he goes with dad. But physically sitting down and telling us, say, hey, this is my plan, or this is what are we gonna do? No,
she hasn't. And the counselor, Mr. Aguirre from here, did email her. I don't know if I'll send you. I think you have a copy. If not, I'll get everything for you that you're missing. Telling her the results, introducing himself to her. And I asked him, I said, has she replied to you? And he's like, no, I haven't heard nothing from her. So I don't know if she just doesn't want any type of help or support she probably thinks that she can do it herself when it's,
at times we need that support.
You need that support. What I'm gonna do is you have all your notes, you have all your documentation. Okay,
we have a reward system. Remember the folder?
The folder.
We did a folder a reward
sticker.
system, and I just didn't do it for one student. I did it for another student, so he doesn't feel that he's the only one.
Okay.
So we're doing if you fill out this page, I will give you a pencil. This is gonna be your first reward. If you fill out 2 pages or 3 pages, it's gonna be this. And he understands. He's like, when am I getting my sticker for the morning? When am I getting my sticker for the afternoon? So it's getting there.
But the only thing that we did talk about these 2 days is that he's expecting it. I want it this way. I want it this way. Even though he's not throwing the tantrums or yelling, but he's saying still, I want it, and that's the thing that I've today as an example. One of the parents didn't bring enough snack for everybody, so one kid was missing, and we had chips that were extra that they had sent us the other day. So the child got the chips, and you know, Caden got upset. How come he got one and how come I didn't? I said, because he didn't get a snack, and that's a different snack. And I wanted, and I was testing outside with Math, and he threw a tantrum. I was hearing him yell, and then
I was
Miss
packing up
Viallo,
the kids.
Miss Viallo was like, okay,
I couldn't do it, and the kids were like, Miss, I need your help.
Because he was like
and
screaming.
I'm like, I can't, and then the kids were like, and I'm like, you know what, no.
And
I need to give him what he wants in order for me to continue
with the situation.
Yeah.
And
When
that's
it
how
gets
he's
to
playing.
that
But the kids need us.
When it gets to that point that you feel that the screaming is bothering the other kids, is getting this, take the kids out of the classroom.
That's
Don't
what
take
was
him.
just,
I was
trying to
but I
pull
saw
out.
the time, and I'm
Take
like,
them to the cafeteria.
we don't have time because we have to pack up. They didn't even have time to pack up.
Mm-hmm.
And that was exactly at the time when packing up was taking place.
Because I think also he needs to realize, Carrie Ann told me that she knows more
Likes the
about
audience.
behavior, is that the reason why he yells is because he wants that
audience.
attention. And he expects everybody to actually, he wants to see that reaction. So if we have the reaction of, okay, you're doing something that is causing all those students to leave the classroom, not wanting to be with you because you're doing this, he might probably, because he did get stressed when he was with me one time that we kept him in the hallway, and he's like, I want to go back to my classroom, and he was crying. So he does want to be with his peers.
And he does say, like he says, nobody likes me when, because honestly the kids shut down when he's doing that. They don't even do, they care about him a lot because they ask, where's Caden when he's not there, but they sometimes just shut him down, like, I'm done. And so he's like, nobody's nice to me, and he feels as that. And I was telling the other, I think it's just really the fact that he's being accepted, and if he can be accepted, it's a whole, like, acceptance from her, acceptance from me, from the kids. It's that attention.
It's that
love
control.
me, and and we do love him, and we tell him, you know, today when he did have that meltdown, I tried to escort him out. He threw a tantrum. He was yelling. We finally, you know, Viado.
The way I calm him down is just soothing him in the back.
And then I told him,
Caden, who loves you? You. And who else? Miss Cordero.
And then he finally said sorry.
He said yes. He calmed down and he walked out.
That's why I'm interested in, I mean, if we start this, I mean, we can go ahead and with the parent approval, after we RTI him, that he can get evaluated. Probably there's something else, you know. It could be just lack of attention, because like mom says, I think they separated recently
in July,
and he's really attached to dad, and then the separation probably he's making him feel this way. So there's a lot of things. I do not want this to last until December, because you guys need to take care of the other students. You need to teach. It's not all about him, and I don't want that for you guys. So I want to see if next week I will call mom and try to contact her over the phone.
Apparently dad's gonna come on the 15th. That's what they said the last time. If I do see dad here,
oh yes,
I'll text you.
Let me know if you see dad. Just hold him and tell him Ms. Glover wants to talk to you, and I'll approach him and I'll let him know that it's for the best interest of the child. We are all about helping him, and we can help him here in school, but we need
their support.
I mean, and then we'll get everything together. I have all the paperwork here, and for the RTI, I do need to get all your notes. So if you don't have the copies right now, but every conversations from the mom, everything, the strategies that you guys have been using, both of you, if you can put something in writing for us, I'll get all the paper, work in the files, and I'll go ahead and set up then the meeting with Carrie Ann and see where we can go, and with dad, as soon as that. If I don't hear anything from you guys next week, during the week, I'll contact mom. Okay?
Yeah. So
how's everything else?
Good. I mean, like I said, we both are tired. You know, Viallo's constantly from 7:22
on the go
to 4 with him, or
it's
3.
been hard, like having even the teacher that works here. She's like, you guys used to do all this fun stuff, and I'm like, you don't even
She's
have
like,
the
Dia de los
time.
Muertos, like
We don't
did
have
a
time
project
to do the
last year.
creativity, because I'm the one like, hey, let's do this, and she's like, do it, set it up.
Vámonos, and
Y ya no podemos. We don't have the time. Hasta ahora de la vestimenta.
How is Flores going with you guys or not?
No, she is going with us, but I know Viado this week has been difficult because she hasn't had coverage for